Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the cabin. Yes, I know that probably where you live it's springtime too, but it's really in full blossom, I should say, here in East Tennessee because we have that green pollen all over the vehicles up here. I told somebody the other day, I said, I'm going to wait till the end of April to take this thing in and wash it off because I don't think that the pollen is done yet. We still got a bunch of new shoots coming out. The other thing that I'd like to do is give this tractor a good bath because over the winter, I didn't really get around to doing that. And in the springtime here, we've had so much rain, I've had to try to wait to do any logging down there in the hollow because it's just been so wet. So being able to keep my equipment clean and in top working order makes a big difference. So what I've got in this box right here is going to be able to help us out up here off grid, and we want to thank Vlor for sponsoring this video and sending this item to us. So let's open the box and see what we got in here. We have got parts to a pressure washer. So here's the contents inside. This is part of this bracket, I think, right here that holds the different nozzles. Here's the connection that I think is the intake for the water. This goes to the sprayer hose over there. There's some parts in here, as well as these are some pretty good sized wheels to be able to move this thing around and have a nice handle. So let's put it together. Alright, this little axle has got kind of like this little push pin, and there's a hole in here, so I think what we're going to do is slide that in there, push it up until it pops out that little hole right there. And we get the other side done the same way. Okay, they actually provide a few tools in here. This was a screwdriver that has a flat head and a Phillips on each end. You can swap that out. But anyway, what I'm going to do, and I apologize for any background noise, everybody's wanting to mow their lawn, but that's going to slide down through there like that. We'll put some nuts on the back side of those. I'm going to tighten that down. Alright, next, this is going to go on the back side right here that holds the hoses. Alright, now we'll just drop that in there and snap it into place. Okay, now it's time to put the wheels on, so what we'll do is raise that up, slide that on there, and then put the nut on it. Use the little wrench, tighten it up, and there's one. Alright, we'll get this other one put on there. I think this is a pretty nice little rig here. Alright, I connected the lance to the nozzle right here. And then what we need to do next, we need to connect this hose right down here. Okay. Now we're going to hook our hose up to the high pressure side here. Well, I already put the oil in it, and so now I'm going to put some fuel in it. Well, I think what I'm going to have to do is load this up, take it up to my sister's house, because I remember this past winter when I was trying to move the intake hose for my gas-powered water pump down there that I use to water everything, it had cracked. So I don't have an intake hose for it. But she's got water, so we'll take it up there and we'll try it out. And you know, I don't have a debarker on my sawmill, so just being able to have the pressure washer to wash the dirt off if I have to drag them through the woods, and it's a little bit muddy, just like I've got some on here, and I took a hatchet and kind of cleaned it off, because all of that dirt and grime and stuff, and especially if you pick up a rock in the bark, you hit that with your blade and you ruin your teeth. So being able to wash all the debris possibly, you know, that I can off is going to help a whole lot on saving the blades on the sawmill. We also have a new banner to put up, and when we get the new sawmill area down there fixed up, we're going to be putting this up permanently. But friends, if you want a good set of saw blades for your sawmill, I get mine from Joe, Maine. Here's the information right here, as well as down in the description section below. I guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. Not only do they cut better, but it seems like that they last a little bit longer as well. So it's money well spent. You know, I've cut all of these logs, and some of them are much bigger than this right here. I'm probably going to have to take the bar off and kind of do an octagon pattern around them until I kind of get them whittled down. But there is a lot of lumber in those logs that I pulled out from these two trees that were behind the workshop there. Especially the one that was forked. The other one, I've got 4 logs that taper from 27 inches only down to 24 in a probably, what was it, 35-40 foot section. So that is the one that I'm talking about that's going to be a little bit difficult to mill, because I can only mill, I think it's 27-28 inches, something like that. That is the mouth of the whole shroud right there. So just being able to keep the logs clean is going to be a big benefit up here at the sawmill, as well as keeping all of the equipment clean and in proper working order. Well friends, the old 574 cleaned up pretty good. That new high pressure washer works really great, and that was without any soap. I've got the chassis cleaned down there, and just being able to do that, clean the logs off, keep the UTV cleaned, and everything, all the equipment that I've got up here, keep it in good operating condition and be able to see things as they go wrong is going to mean a lot of difference. And those logs, saving the sawmill, being able to wash all the dirt off of them, especially if I have to drag it through the mud, is going to be a big plus. It's going to save me a lot of chopping bark off when I can just wash the dirt off and come through there with the saw and saw it. So yeah, it's going to help out a great deal, and we want to thank Beevor for sponsoring this video. And if you're interested in a high pressure washer, you can find the link down in the description below. Friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.